Whoa.
Are we having fun yet?
Our boy Joshua Primo is getting bulky. As you can see here, this is Joshua Primo going into the Spurs facility as we speak, and you can see that he has a lot of tone now that he's been working out and getting bigger. He's finally hit his growth spurt, and this is a big boy. So before we talk about Joshua Primo, I do want to do this really quickly. Obviously, if you already know about this, skip over. We're going to talk about the giveaway really quick. If you guys want to enter the giveaway, I am giving away this DeJounte Murray City Edition jersey that was sent to me by a patron, and he said either you can keep it or you can give it away. Obviously, I want to give it away because patron members, YouTube members deserve it. You guys support me, and I'm gonna, give back. And every month, if you want to just support the channel in any way that you can, you can just become a patron or YouTube member. You're going to be automatically entered to win giveaways. Now, I do this every single month. It's nothing new. So if you guys really want to support, that's just how you do that. So let's talk about this. So Joshua Primo, yes, he is getting big. Obviously, this isn't Josh Primo, okay? This ain't Josh Primo, but this is Josh Primo. Now, we talked about this a little bit before, that Josh is getting a little bit bulkier. And this was like actually months ago when we talked about it on this channel, but it seems as if people are really putting on notice what's going on with him now, because not only is he getting bulkier, which he got bulky pretty quick when he got in the NBA, but he's also getting taller. And big shout out to Josh Paredes, because it seems like every single time we go through an article, it's one of his articles, and they're always heat. So Josh Primo's body transformation is staggering. So let's just go through this article a little bit. Perhaps more impressive than his performances, however, has been the transformation we've seen in his body since being drafted in the NBA. A fan captured a screenshot of Primo during a recent win over Memphis Hustle. And as you can see here, yes, I don't feel like his muscle definition is that much different than what we've seen maybe at the beginning of the season, but he's definitely gotten taller. If you're watching any highlights of Josh Primo, he's definitely gotten taller. You can go ahead and read now here. Listed at 6'6" and 190 pounds on Basketball Reference. Primo still seems to be growing in both height and weight as he continues to prepare for a full-time role in San Antonio. He wasn't exactly scrawny at Alabama either, but you can still see the difference when comparing to present day. And I don't even know if this is a fair comparison, because even comparing this to right when he was with the Spurs, we were kind of like, what the heck? And we're not the only ones that talked about this, because one thing that's been getting around, I mean, literally, if you just Google it, all I did was just Google Josh Primo getting taller, and you can see where people were talking about this from a while ago. This is a Reddit post right here that was July 30th, in which they said he has the potential to be 6'8", 6'9". And that's the one thing that we talked about when people were trying to talk me off of that cliff after we got him. That was one thing that kept coming up, that dude, he's 6'6" right now and he's 18. There's big potential for him to be 6'8", 6'9", maybe even 6'10". And with his already established shooting ability, he could be very, very dangerous, and he could be the next Spurs superstar, which I completely agree with. But just going through this article a little bit more, as we can see here, the fact that Primo has continued to grow should be exciting for Spurs fans waiting for him to be a big part of the future beginning next season. Just look at the second play from these highlights. Yeah. We're not going to play that just because obviously we're going to get in trouble if we do that. But yes, just keep scrolling. Josh Primo might be the future of the Spurs. Now, this is something that I've talked about, but like everybody talks about. This is nothing new, all right? As Coach Popovich revealed a few weeks ago, his plans has always been to let Joshua Primo fully develop in the G League. Now, here's the thing. From my understanding, Pop is on board for him growing in the G League, but it always kind of seemed as if, and we talked about this too, but it always seemed as if Popovich was more so just deferring to the front office, which I know a lot of people will say, well, Pop has all of the power in the world, which, yeah, he does. He has a say-so in things, but it seems as if the Spurs have operated a certain way, and it's been really, really working. Let's just be honest. How often does it work when the head coach of an NBA team or any professional sport is also basically the GM, basically the front office. It rarely works. The reason why the Spurs have been successful for so long is because there's mutual respect amongst parties. Popovich trusts the front office do what they do. Obviously, they're going to talk to Pop a little bit, but overall, Pop is just going to take on that role of, I'm going to coach this team up to the best of my ability, and I'm going to work off of whatever Brian Wright tells me and whatever your boy Buford tells me. And that seems as if that just how the Spurs operate, and that's why we've been so successful over the years with player development. So I'm still going to go ahead and defer to what I recall Pop saying before, that it is basically up to the front office. He doesn't 100% pick all of his players. He kind of leaves it to the front office because he really does trust them, and over the years they've done a good job with them. So don't get me wrong, Popovich makes decisions. Okay, obviously. He was the one that went after Manu Ginobili. We all know this. We all know Popovich was the one that was advocating to get Manu. So he has a say-so. But overall, I do believe that over the years, the Spurs have took more of a conventional role when it comes to this. But overall, what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to Josh Primo, I think that the plan, not just from Pop, but from the front office, was to allow him to develop in the G League and allow him to take on a more dominating role. And with him getting bigger and bulkier in size, this can only be good news for us. So I'm super excited about this, obviously. Obviously. But I will say that it might be some time before we see him play, all right? Before we see him take over this league. I will say this as well, and this is the last thing I'll say before I go. If Josh Primo turns into what we believe Josh Primo will turn into, it's very likely that the Spurs will start making decisions with our first rebuild team, if that makes sense. Like the younger ones, but they're still in a different timeline. They might start making some crucial decisions. They might start looking at Lonnie like, do we need you? Even DeJounte's like, do we build around DeJounte? Do we build around Josh? What do we do here? Do we build around Devin Vassell? We don't know. So just overall, man, those are just my initial thoughts. But yeah, your boy Josh Primo, he looking bulky. All right, he's a big boy now. He's finally growing up. All right, I'll get with you guys later, man. Once again, you want to support the channel, only $2 a month. Get with you later, man. I said that already. Josh Primo, bulky, he big boy. All right, deuces.